In this training video, we will cover how to print an individual drawing sheet and edit and print a PDF drawing set. A PDF drawing set is a document that includes multiple drawings generated in Vertex compiled into one PDF document. We will also review how to create and export material reports. This video applies to both the wood and steel version of BD. The process is similar in both versions. Let's begin by switching to the first level wall layout. So we'll go to the drawing model pairs, select first level wall layout. Select the Shift and A key to zoom all. Select the Output tab and Drawing Sheets to access the drawing sheets in the project. To the right is a list of available sheets. These sheets were imported from the template drawing used in creating the project. Your sheet list may look a little different than what I have on screen. Over to the left, under Views, there are a couple of checkboxes to update views and update models. When you first create a new drawing sheet, you'll want to select both of these options so both the view and the models are updated. And anytime you make an edit to a drawing or your model, you'll want to update the views and the model. Now, if you just want to open a sheet to view it and it's something that you have not modified, it's not necessary to have these checked. That way it will open your drawing a bit faster without having to do the update. Since we are creating the sheet for the first time, check both of the update boxes. Under settings, there's additional checkboxes for overriding specific settings, add shadows, add color fills, and we have some additional settings down below. So there's also a new to create a new sheet if we want to add a new drawing sheet. And there's also the delete button if we want to remove a drawing sheet. You can create your own sheets within a project or template drawing. The benefit of creating sheets in a template drawing is that the sheets will automatically be copied to the project whenever the template drawing is used to create a new project. For this project, we have drawings for the cover sheet, elevations, foundations, floor plans, framing plans, electrical, roof. These are all B-size sheets. If you need to add larger sheets, it's fairly easy to do so. And we'll cover how to create a sheet later in this training video. Let's go ahead and create a sheet for our first level floor plan. So that would be sheet number 5, 1 FP for first floor plan. And let's just select OK. It updates the drawing and it opens a new window. And this is our drawing sheet. I'll expand it. Here's a sheet for our first level floor plan. The drawing sheet consists of a title block, our floor plan drawing, a sheet label. There's also an alignment marker. We will cover how that works later. The title block and floor plan are actually drawings that have been referenced onto the sheet. So if we go to Modeling, Reference Drawings, and we look at Properties, we have a sheet 11 by 17, which is our border or title block. And we also have our first walls.vxp drawing. If we uncheck that, you'll see that that turns off our floor plan. And if we uncheck the other one, you'll see that our title block disappears. Basically, it's a blank drawing with reference drawings applied to it. Go ahead and hit cancel. Now the information that you see for the title of the drawing and the title block is pulled from two locations. It's pulled from the project data, which is under settings, project data card. You can double click. You can see the project name, user information, just some general drawing information is pulled from the project data. I'll cancel. Additional information is also pulled from the project document. So if you right-click and select Edit Active Document, you'll see some document information, first floor plan, the scale, the sheet number, the page number, user, the sheet size, check by, and also you can keep track of your revisions as well. Let's go ahead and change this from first floor plan to, let's just say, main floor plan and select OK. You'll see now that the title block changes to main floor plan under the title, and the drawing title is also updated. hit Shift-A to zoom all. There's also an alignment marker that is part of this drawing. The alignment marker is located in the center of the drawing. You can add an alignment marker to your floor plans, and when you generate the drawings, your floor plans or drawings will be centered on that alignment marker. Let's use the alignment marker to center the drawing. Let's close this out. We'll just hit that red X on the upper right corner, and no, we won't save this drawing. Now we're back in the 2D drawing or our floor plan. Under the Modeling tab, under Accessory Components, select Component. And this is where you'll find the alignment marker. Under Building Components, scroll down to Plan Symbols. And you should see alignment marker over on the right side. Double click. Now we have a code that we need to enter. Now the code must match the code assigned to the alignment marker in the first level drawing sheet. I know the code for the first level is 1W for first level walls. Enter the W as an uppercase W. And we'll select OK. Now we need to center that alignment marker in the middle of this drawing. So that door is centered horizontally, so we'll just hit Q off this point and use that as a reference. So we'll hit the letter Q and lock it in a vertical. And now we need to find the midpoint between that corner and this corner so that it places it in the center vertically. So we'll right click and go to Snap and select Middle, or you could select the D key. So I'll select Middle. And now we'll select 2 points and we'll select the framing point of this exterior corner and the framing corner. And now we should see an alignment marker centered in this drawing. So we'll hit Escape. Go ahead and hit Save. Now let's go back and create that same floor plan. And now we should see this drawing centered in that title block or on the sheet. So we'll go up to Output, Drawing Sheets. We'll keep Update Views and Update Models checked. Let's go back to the 5.1FP and select OK. The drawing is centered in our title block. And you'll see that 2 alignment markers, one's a little bit larger than the other. They are centered one over the other. Let's exit out. And sure, go ahead and hit Save. So we'll hit Yes to save that. Now you can copy this alignment marker to other levels. So if we want to select that alignment marker, right click, go to Advanced, copy to another floor, and we'll select second level wall layout. And sure, we can leave this drawing model pair active. We'll hit Yes, and it places it centered in relation to the lower floor. But we have to do one thing. We need to change the code for this one. Double click on the alignment marker. We'll come down to the code field and change that to 2W. And we'll select OK. So now we have an alignment marker for our second level walls. Let's go ahead and create a drawing sheet for our second level floor plan. We'll go to Output, Drawing Sheets, and select number 6, 2FP for second floor plan, and select OK. We'll leave our Update Views and Update Models checked, and select OK. And again, you see that the drawing has been centered on the alignment marker that's part of the title block. Let's go ahead and close this drawing. So we'll hit the red X on the upper right corner. Select Yes. Let's create an elevation sheet. So we'll go over to the Output tab, Drawing Sheets, number 2, Elevation, Update Views and Update Models are both checked, and select OK. It's generating the elevations for the right, left, back, and front. And you can see in this elevation sheet, we have the left elevation, the rear elevation, and the right elevation at the top. And those are set at 16th inch scale. We have the front elevation at the bottom set at 1/8 inch scale. That's how this elevation sheet was arranged. You can create your own elevation sheets and rearrange your elevations to suit your needs. The elevations are individual views. If you need to edit an elevation, for example to add notes or dimensions to an elevation, you need to open the elevation view first. Do not add your notes and dimensions on the sheet. Let's edit the front elevation. We'll right-click. We'll open a view drawing. Select Open View Drawing from Sheet. And let's select the front elevation view. And now we're working with that view. So if we zoom in, we can add dimensions and text to this view. Let's go ahead and add some text with some leader arrows. So I'll select Reference Text 1. And let's just say I want to add a note, shingle roof. Double-click shingle roof, or type it in. Just pick that point and bring my leader line up to the top. Let's add a note for siding. I'll just type in siding. Bring that over. And let's add another one for trim board. I have that over on the right, so I'll double click. Let's add some dimensions to this view. So we'll go over to the Drafting tab, select Fast Dimensioning, and let's add a couple of dimensions. We'll add that dimension for the footing, and we'll add a dimension, just say to that elevation marker. And we'll add one more. And let's add one more from the very bottom to the ridge. Let's lock that in the y-axis so we get a true vertical. Right mouse click and select OK. You can also add a ground clipping line to the elevation. Go up to Drafting. Let's go ahead and select Polyline. Let's change the layer down to, scroll down to 93 dashing ground line. And we'll draw a line, let's say from here. Let's go across to about there and then have it taper down. So anything below that line, these basement foundation walls, will be shown in a dashed line, and everything above it will be in a solid line. So we'll hit V to confirm, hit Escape, we'll hit Close Out, or hit Save. And you'll see that the front elevation now includes the dimensions and notes that we added to the view. Now if we zoom into the elevation, you'll see that the lines below the ground clipping line are shown in a dashed line. Now when you click on the elevation view, the dimensions and text are also highlighted and are now embedded in the view. To edit the text and dimensions, open the view drawing like before, right mouse click, and select Open View Drawing from Sheet, and select the elevation to edit. Select the X in the right corner to close the window, and No to save. Let's go ahead and close this drawing. Go over to the red X to close. And let's go ahead and just select Yes to save. Let's print a few drawings. We can print individual drawing sheets, or we can print a PDF set. A PDF set is made up of individual drawings that have been preset and organized in the drawing set. Let's start by printing an individual drawing sheet. Let's open the main floor plan drawing sheet. We'll go over to the Output tab. drawing sheets, we'll select residential B size sheet 5 1FP. We'll select update views. We haven't made a change to the model, so we'll just leave that unchecked. And we'll select OK. I'll expand the window, make the drawing a little larger. To print this sheet, all we need to do is go over to the File tab, down to Print, and select Print. In the Print Drawing dialog, you'll see several options. You can select the printer. We'll use the standard PDF printer that comes with Vertex. If you select the drop-down, you'll see a list of printers or printer drivers that you can print to. Since our template is a B-size sheet, we want to make sure that we have the appropriate sheet size, which is a ANSI B size. The scale is set from the template or the sheet. The sheet is set at 1:1 scale, so that's from picture, so it's pulling the scale from the picture or the drawing. If you select the drop-down, you'll see other scales you can choose from. Fit to sheet will size up the drawing so that it obviously fits to the sheet. You also have full scale, which is actually the same as from picture in this case because the template was drawn at full scale. So even if we selected FS for full scale, you notice that it does not change. You can set the number of copies. You can adjust the plot area. The plot area should be preset based on the drawing limits set in the sheet template. You can select which printable layers to print, or you can print the visible layers that appear in the 2D window. So if we look over to the right, kind of behind us, you'll see that we have a divider that we added that's visible on the 2D plan. Now we don't want that to print, and so you'll want to set that up correctly in your layer selection. So if you have printing layers, that layer that the divider is on is not going to print. And you'll notice that if you look carefully in the little image here in this window, that it's not shown there because it's not going to print. Now, if you set it to visible layers, any layers that are visible in the 2D floor plan will print. So you want to be careful with that setting. And also, when you have printing layers, there's a select button, and you can fine-tune which layers that you would like to toggle on and off. So if we hit select, you'll see the layers that are active in this project. What I mean by active is that they have something drawn on them. There's a checkbox here that says hide empty layers from the list. So these layers have something drawn on them. All the other layers have been hidden, so they're not part of this list. For wall space divider, the light bulb is not yellow, indicating it is turned off and will not print. Now, if you wanted to print a space divider, you can go ahead and toggle that light bulb on, or any other layers that you may want on or off. The layer visibility is preset. If you move your cursor and hover over a layer, for example, room hatch, if you review the displayed information, visible no, printable no, active yes, so currently it is not visible. Or you can come down and set the layer by group. So if you know that you want to use one of these layer groups to adjust all your layers, you can select one of these. I'm going to hit cancel. You also have some other printer settings. You can define a new printer. You can also delete a printer. You can add a drawing to a sheet. There are several alignment buttons. These buttons are used for manually aligning a drawing in the preview window if necessary. For example, I'm just going to move this one down a little off that page. So if you see your drawing and it's offset like this, you'll see some red lines indicating that the edge is past the plot area. In this case, there's a red line to the left and one to the bottom. And you can see that the drawing is extended out past our plot area. You could use these arrows to nudge the drawing over, or you can merely select that middle button to line everything up and center it in the drawing. You also have a rotation. So this is set to 0. You can set it to 90 or auto. I'll just set it back to 0 and recenter that drawing. And once you have something set up, and if it's a common sheet that you constantly print to, you can set that as a default. Now that everything is set up correctly, I'll select the OK button. We can choose the location of where we want to store the PDF file. I'll select Desktop, hit Save. You can open the drawing using your preferred PDF viewer. I'm going to select X to close this out, and X to close out the floor plan drawing. And sure, we'll save it. We can also create a PDF drawing set in Vertex. This can be comprised of many individual drawings printed into one document. To create a PDF drawing set, you can go up to File, down to Export, and there's Print PDF Sets. Before you print a PDF set, you need to edit or create a PDF set for adding and organizing drawings that you wish to include in the set. So we'll go to Edit PDF Set. Under the PDF output settings, you'll see the different PDF booklets available within Vertex BD. You can also create your own plan sets. We're going to work with the B-size plan set, alter it a little, and create several sheets under one document. The plan set consists of an order, so you can modify the order of your sheets, a name of the PDF booklet that you're printing to, so these are all individual sheets that all belong to the B-size plan set. Under the Active column, you can choose to enable or disable the drawing. Here's the drawing name, the drawing file, the layer group associated with the drawing, the sheet size, and if text should be updated when the plan set is generated. Let's modify the B-size plan set so that we print out our elevations, our main floor plan, and our upper floor plan. Just those 3 sheets. You can customize your PDF book to include different drawings in your plan set. We're going to disable the cover sheet. We don't want to include that, so we'll just hit this little drop down until the minus sign is there. That will disable it from the plan set. We will replace the basement level wall panel layout with our elevations. Under the drawing file, we'll select that drop down. We'll scroll down through our database, which shows all our file information that's associated with this project. And we're going to look for our standard elevations. And we're going to change our layer group. Our layer group is our layering system that's associated with that drawing. Let's assign the elevation layer group. We'll replace our first level wall panel layout with our first level floor plan. Select that drop down. And that one is called main floor plan. For the main floor plan, we'll change the layer group. We'll look for floor plan. Let's assign the floor plan layer group. Next, we'll add the second level floor plan. So we'll replace the second level wall panel layout. Under drawing file, select the drop down. Under our database, we'll look for the second floor plan. And we'll change the layer group also to floor plan. With that drop down and select floor plan. So we'll select OK. Now to print the PDF drawing set, just go over to File, down to Export, Print PDF Sets, select our B-size plan set, change the type to PDF, and there's also a line width file. We can associate a different type of line width. We can go with a thin line, normal line, thick line, some colors. I'm just going to leave it at PDF, and we'll select OK. Prompts you for a file name. The file name starts with the project name and then adds the plan set name after it. I'm fine with that. You can change the name if you wish. I'm just going to select OK. And if a file with the name exists, you will be prompted to overwrite the file. I will select Yes to overwrite the existing plan set. Vertex then pulls the drawings assigned in the PDF set settings. Vertex opens your default PDF browser. Here's the plan set with our 3 drawings: the standard elevations, the main floor plan, and the second floor plan. Select the X in the upper right corner of the window to close it. Now, if you find that when you created your PDF set that some of your drawings were blank, it's most likely that you forgot to create or generate your drawing sheet. Go to the Output tab, select Drawing Sheets, and select the sheet that was missing in your PDF set. For example, select the first floor plan. Next, select OK to create the drawing sheet and save it. Now it's saved and will be included in the PDF plan set. You can also create the sheet from the architectural documents over under the Project Document Browser. Expand Architectural Documents. Let's go to Second Floor Plan. You can double click. You'll notice the title just says Title. You can right click and edit Active Document and just select OK once you open that up, or modify any of the information. Select OK, and you'll see that the title has been updated. Just hit Save and close that out. If you need to add different sheet sizes or configure a different sheet layout for your drawings, you can create your own drawing sheets and add them to a template drawing for future use. The drawing sheets are part of the template drawing and are copied to a new project whenever the template is used to create a new project. The drawing sheets in this project were copied from the template drawing when we first created this project. Drawing sheets have a reference drawing linked to them, like the title block and layout. Creating a new sheet is as simple as adding a couple of reference drawings to a drawing sheet. We can create a new drawing sheet from this dialog. Just go down to the New button. We need to assign a file name and a title. Let's create a D-size sheet for the main floor plan. We need to assign a unique file name. I will name it tutorial1 _ main floor. For the title, how about main floor level, and select OK. And now you see we have a blank drawing with the file name tutorial1 mainfloor.vxp, which is stored under the view sheets within our projects folder. Now we need to add two reference drawings. I'm going to expand this a little. We'll go up to the Modeling tab, select Reference Drawings. We'll select Reference Drawing or Model. Now, first thing we'll do is we'll insert our title block. Under the file, over to the right, there's a button. Now, it should open up under your project file name, and if it doesn't, you'll need to browse for it, which would be under Vertex, and search under Shared Projects, and look for your project name. Now in the View Drawings folder, you see that we have a sheet 24 by 36 D-size sheet. Select that sheet, select Open. Let's uncheck the Reference Color checkbox in order to use the colors assigned in the drawing. Leave everything else as default, and select OK to insert the reference drawing. Now the first thing we need to do is check and make sure that it's at the right scale. So we'll right-click, select the K button for the Set Scaling Factor. The sheet size is full scale, so we want to make sure that we set the scale to full scale. And then we'll select the origin point in Vertex, which is a little crosshair down at the lower left corner. And now we need to adjust our drawing limits. You see that green box around there is our drawing limit. That needs to adjust to the size of the sheet. So we'll just right-click on the background, select Drafting Settings, click on the Select Box button under Drawing Limits, and we'll select the lower corner, which is the crosshairs again, and the upper corner of the sheet, the upper right corner of the sheet, and now that just sets our drawing limits around the sheet. We're going to add our main floor plan to this sheet, so we'll go over to Output and select Add Drawing to Sheet. We can add different drawings to sheets such as elevations, sections, perspectives, floor plans. We'll insert a floor plan. So we'll select Floor Plan Drawing. And then we can select which level. We could add a ceiling plan, a deck plan, walls from the first, second, third, and basement. We want to add our first floor walls, which is our main floor plan. And we'll select OK. And we want to right-click to set our scale, and select the Scale button. We want to change it to a 1/4 inch scale. So it'll be full scale down to 1/4 inch. And now we can set it anywhere that we want. If we want to center it, we can right-click to change the reference point of this drawing. So I'll right-click, over to Basic Reference Points, and we want to set that to the middle if we want it centered. Obviously, you can change any different location, but in this case, we're just going to place it in the middle. And now I want that centered in this drawing sheet, so we're going to find the middle point like we did before when we were adding our alignment markers. We're not going to use an alignment marker in this case. We're just going to place that drawing as a default location centered on this drawing sheet. Right click. We're going to go to Snap. We'll select middle, or you can select the D key. I'll select the lower left corner and the upper right corner. And that centers our drawing on this sheet. Hit Escape. Now, if you recall earlier when we talked about the title block, the information for the title block and the title is pulled from two locations. Under Settings, Project Data. No information like the project name will get added to the title block. We'll just hit Cancel. And also, if you right click, Edit Active Document, this is another location where information will get pulled from and added to the title block. So you can add the main floor plan. We can set the scale. Since we set the scale to 1/4 inch, for this drawing, we'll set that to 1/4 inch equals a foot. We can give it a sheet number. I don't know. We'll just call that one sheet number 2 of 3. Drawing type. This is a template. There's also an area for managing your revisions. I'm going to select OK. Do Shift-A to zoom extents, and I'm going to save this file. So hit Save. Right click to close out. And now we've created a D-size sheet for the main floor plan. If we want to print out that sheet, to, let's say a PDF, we want to create the drawing sheet. So we'll go over to the Output, Drawing Sheets. Our new D-size sheet is under the Sheets list to the right. Select the new sheet. Since this is the first time we are generating this sheet, check both boxes to update the views and models. Next, select OK. And now we have a drawing for our 24 by 36 inch sheet size. To print this out, we'll just go to File, Print, and we need to make an adjustment when we print this larger sheet. It's defaulting to 11 by 17. We need to adjust this one to architectural D size. Set the scale to From Picture, which is full scale. This is a scale that was assigned to the drawing sheet. Everything looks fine. The drawing fits within this window, and we'll select OK. I will save it to the desktop. I'll look for the drawing and open it in my PDF viewer. And there's our new 24 by 36 inch sheet. I'll close out this window and close this drawing. Yes to save. For more information on creating drawing sheets and adding different types of views such as cross-sections and perspective views, refer to the Vertex BD online documentation. Under How-To Articles, Output, Create Drawing Sheets. There's a video specifically for creating drawing sheets and adding different views to a drawing sheet. Vertex BD comes with various material report templates for generating material reports. In order to generate a material report, materials must be collected first for the completed project. To collect materials, we need to go to the Output tab. Under Materials, there's Collect. We can select a specific drawing model pair, or we can just select all. We'll select all in this case, and select OK. In the Collected Materials dialog, Vertex lists all the materials that have been collected from the drawing model pairs. We'll just select OK. The collected materials are stored in a database within the project. The next step is to select the report. We'll go back up to Output, Materials, Report. Under the Output Formats dialog, Vertex provides a long list of reports that you can generate. Let's start with the general bill of materials. Under Collected Materials, Vertex lists all the materials collected from the project. Next, select OK, and it goes through and generates your report. You can select a report for exporting to a text format or to a spreadsheet. In this case, we selected just a standard text format and opened the report in our default Notes app. If we scroll down the materials report, we can see all the different materials that have been added to the report. We've got accessories, such as the towel bars, the room locations. Since we added rooms to our project, it notes the rooms over to the right. Appliances. So you can see where our appliances are in the laundry room and in the kitchen. We have cabinets, countertops. We have a list of interior doors, drywall, exterior trim, flooring, interior trim, our plumbing, we also get the floor areas for each room. We also have the glass area, the room volume, as well as wall areas, sheathing, siding, and windows. Material such as drywall is based off of the square footage of the walls, and the flooring is calculated based off of the square footage of the floors. The exterior sheathing and finishing materials are based on the square footage of the exterior walls. Let's close this report. The reports are stored with your project. They are under your project name in the Reports folder. Here you'll find all the reports that you've generated saved with your project. Let's go ahead and take a look at other reports that you can generate out of Vertex. Go back to the reports. We have General Bill of Materials, which we just generated. Cost estimates. We can generate materials just for walls, floors, ceilings. We have some Excel reports. We can also export reports to a spreadsheet. Your General Bill of Materials, activity report, window schedules, door schedules. There's also cutting lists. You have cutting lists for wall framing. So if we do frame our walls, which we will get to, you can generate some detailed cutting lists. We have cutting lists for floor joists, trusses. You can also export the cutting list to a spreadsheet. There are framing lineal foot material lists, minimum waste cutting lists to help minimize the waste, and various other reports such as hardware and cutting lists for wall sheathing. Select Cancel. It is important to note that if you make any changes to your model, you need to go back and collect the materials again. That way you have an updated list of materials based on any changes that you have made to your project. We've concluded our architectural series of training videos. The framing series of training videos have been separated into steel and wood versions. For those interested in wood framing, refer to videos 10, 11, and 12. For those interested in steel framing, refer to videos 10.1, 11.1, and 12.1. We will cover floor framing in our next video.